Our Mississippi Delta and our marshes in Louisiana are like nothing else in our country. The colors, the vastness, the wildlife, it's just hard to describe unless you see it yourself. And our marsh sustains our economy. We're talking generations, 4 or 5 generations, people who shrimp, oyster, crab, commercial fishermen. In addition, you have recreational fishermen. The best seafood in the nation comes from the marshes of Louisiana.
Catching 2 pretty reds like that at one time is a super bonus.
When I'm out in the marsh, everything is so nice and calm. You hear the birds singing, see the alligators all on top of the water and the fish jumping in the water. You know, all the birds building their nests and all. So ain't nothing like it.
Search continues for 11 people who were on a drilling platform when it exploded, sending up a wall of fire.
It was chaos. Everybody was scared to death. Nothing went as planned like it was supposed to.
It was people screaming and hollering. There was people jumping off the side.
If that oil gets in our marsh, it won't be cleaned up. It's going to be there for generations. You know, our marsh is so shallow you can't even get a boat in there unless you have an airboat or a bateau with a Go Devil. We're not going to be able to get it out of the Louisiana marsh. So I caution our fishermen and our shrimpers to think that, you know, this could have a life cycle much longer than it could somewhere else in the country. Because I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in our country. In Exxon Valdez, I believe it was much easier to manage a cleanup on their shore, their rocky shoreline, than it will be in the Louisiana marsh. The same area that we're talking about now with the oil spill, the shrimpers, the commercial fishermen, they were wiped out during Katrina.
This is a national disaster. This is a major deal. People are dying. They don't have homes. The city of New Orleans will never be the same.
We was all devastated. I mean, it completely wiped us out. We lost homes, we lost vehicles, they had tore up boats. A lot of the fishermen, their boats was beyond repair. Some of the boats are still sitting in the marsh here.
We had Katrina, we lost everything, and as the oil spill comes in, they're gonna kill everything. I've been out of work since this thing started. We're in a mess right now. We need help.
I'm a commercial fisherman. I'm a 4th-generation commercial fisherman, so I've been doing this for years. My dad, he's been doing this all his life. This is what he knows. And not only him, there's many fishermen like that. And that's what they're concerned about. What about the long-term effect? What about next year whenever the shrimp season comes around?
We worried if BP is going to be able to support all of us fishermen until it comes that day that we can get back out and work and support ourselves. You can kind of see it out here, like you see the little rough, choppy spots is where they don't have any, and where the oil is makes like a calm area, which we would call like a slick, an oil slick. My livelihood as I know it today could be completely over. It could be no more seafood industry here. It's just that simple.
I'm personally devastated. I've committed my professional career to be an environmental lawyer. I'm proud of that. But before I was a lawyer, I've spent many a day fishing, starting with my grandfather. I've been out to the Chandeleur Islands. I've caught speckled trout and redfish from the Chandeleurs to Last Island. Anybody that's been there, anyone that's been to the mouth of our river would be disheartened right now.
If you're out there and you cause the accident, you hurt someone, you're supposed to have insurance to start with. If you don't have insurance, don't come cry to me. I mean, I have to pay insurance. I have vehicles, I pay my insurance.
Our firm is an environmental law firm. We think we stand above the rest in this area. For over 30 years, we've been a leader in environmental actions. We were involved in the Exxon Valdez case. Our firm took on the oil industry in the MTBE cases that we settled, including with British Petroleum. And we're here to help the state of Louisiana, its citizens, and the entire Gulf Coast in this disaster.
It wasn't our accident, but we are absolutely responsible for the oil, for cleaning it up, and that's what we intend to do.
How can it not be your accident,
We're working very
sir?
hard to... Well, the drilling rig was a Transocean drilling rig. It was their rig and their equipment that failed, run by their people with their processes.
British Petroleum is one of the largest corporations in the world. When they're making $5 billion a quarter, $5 billion every 120 days, I can assure you that between their assets and the insurance companies that they have insurance with, that they can pay for the damages here. This is not the type of case that will bankrupt a company like British Petroleum.